So, today you're going to learn how to do something called modular arithmetic or clock arithmetic. And the reason we're doing this is to generate a beautiful pattern. So the first thing I need you to do is to draw a circle here. And we're going to do something called mod 4. And when you do mod 4, you use 4 numbers. And our numbers are going to be 0, 1, 2, and 3. I can only use the numbers 0, 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to put them on the clock. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay? And I'm going to use these numbers to create a mathematical pattern that I'm going to then copy and do things with. So I'm going to make a table over here. And the table is like a multiplication table, but we're doing an addition table. And so the numbers that we're using are 0, 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to put down 0, 1, 2, 3, and 0, 1, 2, 3. So those are my numbers. And now I'm going to fill in my table. And I'm going to add these. So 0 plus 0, 0, 0 plus 1, 0 plus 2, 0 plus 3. So that's my first row. This is where it starts to get interesting. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3, but the only numbers I'm allowed to use are 0, 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to use my clock. So it is 1 plus 3. 1, 2, 3. So this row is going to end with a 0. Okay, now I'm going to go here. 2 plus 0, 2. 2 plus 1, 3. And 2 plus 2. So 2 plus 2, 0. And then 2 plus 3. 2 plus 1, 2, 3 is 1. All right, and then the last one, 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 plus 1, 3 plus 1 is 0. 3 plus 2 is 1. And 3 plus 3 is 2. So, you know, I do love a pattern. And so what do you notice about what's going on in these rows and columns? You should see a bunch of stuff happening. All right, so these are the numbers that we're going to use for our pattern. So now we're going to do a color by number. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take your colored pencils or markers, whichever you prefer, and you're going to assign each number a color. So I'm going to make all my zeros be red, and I'm just coloring in the inside of my table. I'm not going to color in the edges because that's not part of my table. So all my zeros are going to be red, and all my ones I'll make green. And then I'll do my 2's yellow. And then I think I'll make my 3's blue. Alright, so that's going to be my key. So now I'm going to take this pattern of coloring red, green, yellow, blue, red, etc. and I'm going to reproduce it right here. Alright, so it was red. So now I'm going to do a good job of coloring. Okay, so my first block is red, my next block is green, my next block is yellow, and then blue, and then remember on the next row things are going to be changed a little bit, so I'm going to do green, yellow, blue, red. And you should notice, now that I've got the colors spread out a little bit more, that we're starting to get a pattern really popping out in this design. So here's my design. Now I need to decide, am I going to keep my design and reproduce it again? So if I do that, I would get something that looked like this. And now you start to see like these diagonal lines running through here. Okay, so that's called a translation, where you do the same thing next door, and then again, and then again. But I could also do a reflection, which means that I would have red, green, blue, yellow, blue, but then I would have blue, yellow, green, red, which would look like that. And so now I've got this pattern here, and now you notice I get kind of these mountain designs, this chevron kind of design. So if you chose to do this, this is called a reflection because it took the mirror image, here's where I was, and then it does the mirror image of it. Now you could do that. Okay, you could turn, so here's where I was, you could turn this a quarter of a turn. And if I did that, now I've got a different kind of interesting pattern. Now I've got it going up and down, but now I've got yellow and then kind of a green thing and so forth, so I could do that. But I'm going to do the reflection, which was here, and then if I took this, I could do it again and have red, green, yellow, blue, green, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue, red, green, or I could do the reflection of this, which means that I would do blue, yellow, green, red, red, blue, yellow, green, green, red, yellow, blue, and so forth. So I want you to make at least 8 copies. So this is your one, and then decide, what are you going to do? Are you going to do the exact same thing again 8 times? So you do it here, here, and then do maybe one more here, and then do one more, one more, one more. Or do you do it where we did a reflection? That's not right. Blue, yellow. There it is. Where we do a reflection and then reflect it this way. But I just think it creates beautiful patterns. There's lots and lots of graph paper, so if you mess up, you can do that. Some people like to number them and just do the numbers and then color by number, but it's up to you. So this is modular arithmetic. This is using the numbers 0, 1, 2, and 3.